Good morning. Good morning. Do a quick audio check here just to make sure we're good. Should be. All right. Let's see what happens here. Good morning, Samir. Gonna see what happened overnight here. Take a quick zoom out. Let's see. Wow. Missed a pretty big sell-off yesterday afternoon, I see. So we just kind of been trending up overnight here. Not sure what kind of action we'll get tonight or this morning. We do have the CPI numbers coming out at 8:30. I'm just going to kind of mark out the high and the low here. So there's the low. The high is pretty obvious, but we'll mark it out anyway. There's the high. Hey, 6, how's it going? How's it going? Actually, Samir, unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the doctor. They rescheduled my appointment for Friday. I was picking my kids up from school, and they called me and said, "Oh, is there any way you can just come Friday?" So there you have it. I was thinking about if I don't feel great today, I may just go into the urgent care and get some medicine, but I don't know. We'll see. I did feel a little better yesterday, so maybe we won't have to do that. I don't know. Trying to get everything set up here. I almost didn't get up. Almost didn't. Somehow my my stuff is not set up anymore. Pushing up here looks like pushing up. What the heck is Oh, I was like, what is going on here? Alrighty, let's see. Short only, long only today. Huh. Could be. Congrats on the subs, thanks. You could be right. Kind of breaking through the highs here. Wasn't really looking there. Trying to get everything set up. Pushing up into the 60 here. All right, we finally got everything set up here. As I woke up a little bit late, so yesterday was short, but I'll wait a little before trading. You're gonna wait. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Just trying to see what happens here. We get a little pullback before we continue higher. Possibly. Gotta pull him back here. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me, subscribe. Appreciate it. I actually did make an error in my recap video. I think I said that the Apex sale ended at midnight last night, but actually ends tonight at midnight. So you do have a little more time if you guys are interested in getting an Apex account there. ES pushing up into that 08 area. As we know, that 09 area is kind of a battleground area. '09 will be a battleground area for us. I would expect to turn back down. Yes, kind of rejecting that 08 area here.
Order filled.
Oh, wow, that was super loud. We are going to lock in some profit here just because ES is kind of at that area where it could reject.
Stop filled.
Yeah, probably should have been in that long a lot sooner there. This is kind of area where it could turn back down. ES hit that 0875. So hit that 0875 there, kind of pulling back on it. If it gets above that 09 area, then kind of that will be interesting. Like I said, it's kind of been the battleground area in the last few days. As Mancini says, if we get above the 09 area, then 20's in play. So let's just see what happens here. Touching the 09 now. I'm not so sure we get through there. But we might. Just kind of watch it and see. Let's see. I guess I could put the, probably be better to do that. Let's do that. I'll put the ES over here. This way when I talk about the ES, you guys can see it too. Because I already got the NAS on there. Well, the ES is trying to get above that 09 area. Not sure that it will. Yeah.
Order filled.
Maybe it does here. Went up to 10 there, kind of pulling back a little bit. Kind of chasing it, kind of feels like at the top here, guys. So I get punished for this, but that's okay. We'll keep kind of a short leash on it. You can always re-enter. if need be.
Order filled.
All right, we're just going to take that off. Got some sellers coming in here. Sellers coming in. As it does, as soon as we take it off, it tries to pump out of there. Let's just wait for our setup instead of just entering all kind of willy-nilly. Wait for the proper setup. Kind of watching here. It's moving down a little bit, but not too bad. Might need to rest a minute, or it might just turn back down. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Appreciate it. We do go live 5 days a week, 3 a.m. Eastern for the London session, 9:30 Eastern for the New York. Trying to get a push into that 200 subscriber level. Got a ways to go. All right, let's see if that... I don't know if that was enough of a pullback. Don't know if it was enough. Just waiting for buyers to come in. If buyers come in, we may take a long, but would have liked a little bit deeper of a pullback there. That's what happens when you turn your head away for just a moment. The volume comes in. I don't really like jumping in like this, but
Order filled.
probably get punished for it, but that's okay. This is usually where I do my worst kind of trading, where I just kind of jump in instead of waiting for the setup. You can see I was long here, long here, long here. Just should have held the first position and would have had a nice move up. ES is just kind of going to the moon here. Of course, you know, the next kind of battle zone for the ES is the 20 level there. If it gets through the 20, then we're kind of off to the races. That 09 to 20 area has kind of been a little bit of a chop area for it. Let's see if we can get a push into that 300 level. Yeah, Paul, it does. I was thinking that we would get some sort of movement back in the other direction, but it just keeps going. So I was like, well, I'll just jump in. So but it could easily reject up here. I kind of think the ES wants that 20 touch at least. So we'll see. We shall see. Got some buyers trying to come back in here, push it back up. I'm going to go ahead and kind of protect my neck here. Might get stopped. If we do, we won't participate again until we get a proper setup.
Stop filled.
So I've stopped out for nothing there, basically. So let's just wait. Just kind of chased price up, right? Took a long here. Punished there, so I'm saying doesn't make sense to doesn't really make too much sense to chase it there. If it goes without me, it just goes. You gotta give it a chance to do what it needs to do. The long was earlier. I expect to pull back. ES might trade up into that 20 area. I'm not quite sure. If it goes without me. So, not quite sure. Yeah, I was long, but I was chasing price. Kind of chasing it up. See, I got long earlier here at the 66. Problem was we were kind of approaching that 09 level on the ES, so I was worried about it rejecting it. Sometimes too much information is a bad thing. Everything else that I'm watching tells me to be long there. But just because of, that kind of battleground area yesterday, I was like, I don't know if we'll get through that 09. So we're kind of consolidating here at the top. Might turn back down. Let's see if sellers come through here. ES may not make it up to that 20 area. Or it could just be one of those mornings where it just, whoop, straight up. It just goes and goes and goes. It's not usually how it happens, but you never know, right? I'm planning to go live tomorrow morning for the CPI number, or earlier or later on this morning. I think it's CPI, right? I think CPI comes out. I think we may sign up for a Bulenox account tonight. And see if we can't get in on that move for the news. Don't want to use an account that I'm currently up in. I'm up on the other Bulenox account. We need $790 to be funded on that one, so I don't want to use that one. I'd rather use a new one. So momentum to the upside kind of slowing here. Thinking about taking a short. Kind of dangerous because it could just trade back into one of these gaps and take off. I mean, if you're looking for your silver bullet setup, then you'd want to see displacement to the downside through the 70, right? So you'd want to see a nice push down through the 70, leave a gap to sell back down. Because we took the midnight high at 57, 58 area. So the lows at 220 probably would be in play before we moved higher. Would be my guess, but maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, at the very least, it might trade back down into that 60 area. $65. Who knows? It may just do what it wants to do tonight. Or this morning could just be, like I said, maybe a straight up kind of day. You don't really know. No way of knowing. You just watch and go from there. Pop up in the 16s. Nice little rip up into the 94s there. See, kind of if it turns down here. Seller's trying to come in here. See if it's going to push it down or if this thing's going to hold. Or push back up. Kind of pushing up on pretty low volume. Oddly enough, kind of a divergence there on the volume. Looks like a bunch of, not a bunch, but sell volume coming in. And we're pushing up. How's it going, Nog? Got your stuff set up? It's a lot different than Trade-O-Vate. Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like the trail stops that Ninja has. If you know how to set those up. It's a bunch of YouTube videos on that stuff. The trail stops, and you can do a lot of different things with it. It's definitely different. You got to remember to save your space. It'll ask you that when you leave out. When you close out Ninja, it says, "Do you want to save?" You have to remember to save it if you like the layout that you're working with that day. You got to remember to save it. This thing's looking pretty bullish considering it's like I said, it's trying to move up on pretty low volume here. Yeah, I like the trail. What I'm doing on my Ninja off stream is I do 2 contracts. I just take one off at 25 ticks, which, pretty easy to get. And then let that second one trail as far as it can. Takes the guesswork out of it, I guess. If it touches my trail, it just touches it. Not a big deal, right? You already locked in some profit, so. Just kind of waiting for some more buy volume just to step back in here. Like I said, I mean, ideally you'd probably want some displacement to the downside. I don't know that we're going to get that though. I'm just kind of watching and waiting. I mean, it kind of looks shorty here. But the way it's been going this morning, you have to be careful with the shorts. Kind of watching everything here. Let's see. Hey, kind of going long here at the top. Not a whole lot of buy volume to speak of, though, is the problem. Just a random question. Who told you about trading or what inspired you? 6. Interesting enough. I've known about trading for a long time. I think that I discovered trading back in probably 2009, 2008 range. I was very interested in it, very intrigued. And the problem was I didn't have any money to trade. Didn't have any funds. Was living paycheck to paycheck. And just didn't have the ability to do it. Also, you know, a big factor is support, right? So if your other half is not supporting your idea, then it's kind of tough to do something. So, not going to take this long here, guys. Looks like a long. But that being said, so didn't really mess with trading at all. I was interested in it. I play poker as well. And, you know, a lot of people attribute trading to, or trading to like gambling, even though I don't think it is. But, so I started following some influencers. I found Patrick Wieland, oddly enough, when he had about 2,000 subscribers, maybe 7 years ago or something. So I started watching him. I kind of mess around with the small caps a little bit. And how I found futures was actually through Patrick. He's a little different now than he was back then, but I have to kind of turn him off sometimes. But he started trading futures, and that's how I found it. Was through Patrick. He started trading futures, and I was like, oh, so there's something you can just trade every day, and you don't have to find the stock. So I was trading penny stocks on a small level, just using a small account. And then once I figured out, I was like, oh, you can just trade the same thing every day. Seems easier. So I was very interested in trading futures at that point, but didn't have the funds or the support to do it. And then went through a divorce. And, you know, now I'm in a situation where I am able to trade. So there you go. Went through a divorce, and then my current girlfriend, completely supports me as far as trading goes. She has my back. She says, you know, hey, make it work. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. So we're just now finding some consistency. Obviously, it took me 11 months to even start to kind of find some, I don't even call it profitability, but I'm just recently able to get a couple accounts funded. You know, I traded on Topstep for freaking like 6 months before I got funded on Topstep. So just a lot of trial and error there. So yeah, it's just ripping to the upside nog. Yeah, Patrick, oh, it's no problem. 6. Patrick, I've always liked Patrick, but like lately he's been a little more, I don't know, boisterous. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what the right word is. Abrasive, who knows? And I don't even really use Patrick's strategy, but because I think while his strategy does work, I mean, it's very, you know, it's very simple. That's fine. You know, like something like this would kind of be his strategy. You would take a short here. I think he used to use the MACD. I don't know that he still does. So if the MACD crosses to the bearish side there, you take a short. And that idea is fine. It does work. I'd say 55% of the time. Emotional, yeah, that could be what it is. So, well, I guess a lot of the things that bother me with him now is just him attacking other people who don't really, I know it's not his intention to, some people take it the wrong way, I think, but because I think ultimately he's just trying to capitalize on that no publicity is bad publicity, right? So him and ICT, him and Nutty, him and Trades by Matt. I mean, the list goes on and on. So him and Tory Trades. I mean, you can just name as many as you want. And at some point or another, he said something about him. So, but he is entertaining. For sure. And he's profitable. I mean, we know that. Even if he doesn't show his P&L all the time. Oh, yeah. His viewers, too. I forgot about that, Paul. What an idiot. Like, what? Get the fuck out of here. That's Patrick. So that's what I'm telling you. He used to be very helpful. He wasn't always like that, but he is now. He's definitely like that now. Yeah, I'll still listen to him some morning just to for entertainment. But like I said, I don't really follow his trades. I don't do anything like that. Just use my own strategy. Oh yeah. Trades by Matt. Yeah, Trades by Matt's super nice. Has he been streaming lately? I haven't checked on him lately. He's a super nice guy. All right, so here we go, guys. Kind of getting some displacement back to the downside here. This is where we kind of get into a gray area, right? If we hold that 09 area, where's 09? So in order for me to take a short, so when you got a bullish move up, your silver bullet setup is kind of going to be going against the trend here a lot of times. So in order for us to take a short, we really need some more displacement, maybe through the 70. I'd like for it to take out, one swing low, two swing lows, three swing lows. It may not do it. And then on the 3-minute chart, obviously we want it to leave a fair value gap there for us to enter on. So we'd like to see it trade through the 70 and then maybe push back up into the 82 area. And we could take a short and you could even target the lows all the way down at the 20 if you wanted, but probably VWAP at 40 would make more sense. So, but yeah, I like Patrick for the most part, but sometimes his ideas are probably not his ideas, but just like I said, his attacking people or whatever is a little misguided. I don't really watch too many trading YouTubers. So this thing's kind of bouncing out of here. Yeah, bullish gap there at the 270. I see that, Samir. That's why I was saying I think we need to break that 270 area, for just extra confirmation. But this feels like one of those mornings where it's really not going to offer us this trade to the downside. It's kind of what it feels like. want to take a long here. I'm just not. Just watching because there is an imbalance right there at 82. I want to see if it trades through 85. Could just come back up to clean that imbalance up and then continue down. I was thinking it might clean that imbalance up after it had a little more displacement to the downside. I was going to kind of use that imbalance for an entry short, but on the 3-minute chart really didn't get the displacement that we were looking for. So we're waiting to see here. Because if it turns back down here, it's kind of creating a order block. So it's kind of what we're trying to be aware of. I'd like to take a long off this setup. Seems like a long would make more sense, but I believe we're going to short will be in order here. ES is certainly looking a little more bullish there. Looking like it may want to trade back through that high a day. All right, we're going to take the long here. Like I said, I just kind of feel like if this thing was going to sell off, it probably would have broke the 70 level there. As soon as it held, we probably should have been taking the long at that point, but a little bit more of a high risk trade here, but we'll see if this works out. See if more buyers come back in here, kind of push it back up through the high day there. Buyers are kind of coming in, volume there. And my stop really should be here, right? And we shouldn't have to move the stop on this one. It should just go right through the high a day. If we get some volume coming in here. ES pushing up to the high a day already. Now, obviously, if it breaks 70, right, then that just means we're just on the wrong, we were just wrong. You could probably even target that 300 area. So the ES pushed up there and then kind of pulling back. It's not a great look. It's kind of put in a higher high, higher low, lower high. So you really want to see this kind of whoop. If it doesn't push on up there, then you don't want to put in a lower high here. Took the trade off earlier here, and it kind of faked me out and bounced out of there. So we're going to hold this one. Might cost us a little more, but we'd rather it put in a higher low and then move higher. So just kind of watching the volume here. Seeing if the buyers come back in. Want to get the ES to move through that high a day. Obviously, if we break through that low there, then that last swing low would be troublesome. And we try to give it the room it needs to work. Want to see the ES start pushing here if it's going to push. Still have room up to the 20 on the ES, so there's still room to go. Just watching here. We're already in it. So, see if we can get this push up. And I want to move this target up maybe to the 99s. Let's see if we test that 300 level. So kind of put in a higher low here. Want to see it break through the 88 there strong. If it breaks through the 88 strong, feel a little better about it. That's when sometimes I would have taken it off for break even or just moved my stop right there to break even, because we've been in drawdown this whole time. Trying to get better at not doing that. Just putting my stop in a reasonable spot and then having a reasonable target and just kind of seeing if it will, one or the other. Now obviously here, if we get above that 90 there, might consider adding a second contract just for the push into the 99. We'll see. Don't do that a whole lot, but we might here. We just might. I don't know. Or we might not. A little bit of buy volume trying to come in here. Don't want to double top here. Want to push right through there. Double top wouldn't be good. I want to see the ES push through that 16 level strong too. Just get right through there. Just get right through there would be ideal. Buyer still looking okay here. Probably going to get a quick pop here. The ES makes a new high. Not loving that we're not breaking through the breaking through that swing high there. See if we can kind of maintain this little channel, small channel. So you really like to see it hold that trend line there. If it does pull back, That'll kind of be our sign to maybe kill it. See some sellers coming in here, but it's a battle. It's definitely a battle. Coming in up on the top of the hour as well. Testing that trend line now. Want to see those buyers come back through there. If they can come back in, push us above 90, I would add right there at 90, maybe. But not looking too great right now. May have to kill it here. No real buyers to speak of yet. Sellers coming in, kind of losing that trend.
Order filled.
That killed it. Yeah, I haven't really been on point this morning so far. Not really on point. These trades, this one was fine, but I just moved the stop too quick. But these were bad, right? This is not so bad. I really should have got in for the break of 70, like once we held that 75 area. So my entry's kind of late. I don't hate it, the last one. I don't hate it, but the writing should have been on the wall. Might go to the 70 now. And bounce. I mean, it might. Probably going to go to the 300s now that I closed the trade, right? That would only make sense. Probably going to get a pop here at the top of the hour. That's the key, though. Keep your losses small, you know. So a little 95 here, 170 here. Just keep them small. One quick trade, right back to the green. So here comes the top of the hour. Little pop there into the 80. I mean, if price can break this swing high here, then I would take maybe a quick scalp long just to the high of days, but I don't know if it can do it. Don't know if it can do it. Still looking bullish. I mean, I should have really, like I said, the entry was kind of down here, obviously. And this one was still chasing price, but didn't put my stop where it needed to be. Didn't like it when it pulled back. Kind of wanted that instant satisfaction. Didn't get it. Yeah, ES is trying to pull back here. Not a whole lot of sellers, though, to be honest. I mean, it's selling off, but volume's very, very low. Which is tricky because when volume is low, it's very easy to flip it back to the other side. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Again, we're trying to push into the 200 by the end of the week. And let's see where we're at currently. I think 183, something like that. Yeah, 183. All right, let's see if we break the swing low. Or if it kind of holds this area again. Oh. All right, we may be asking for punishment here, but let's give it a try. Give it another go. Well, that certainly was a fake out. Got me. Buyers looked like they were coming in there for just a second. Looked like a proper double bottom, and now it's just breaking through there.
Order filled.
Taking it off. All right, if this thing can flip 66, then where is 66 at? Down here. Guess we should have just took the short for the break of the trend line, huh? Might would have made a little more sense. So the ES kind of at that 09 area again, which was kind of that battleground area. If it loses the 09s, then maybe we take a short, try to get our profit back. Trying to get back to break even or something here. Momentum certainly looking like it's kind of switched to the downside there. $250, $225, yeah. I was thinking at least maybe this, we have the high from the midnight high right there at 57. DES kind of has support there at 09. That's the only reason why I haven't even taken this short yet. Everything tells me it looks like a short, but could bounce here too.
Order filled.
We're just going to go ahead and take it. Let's see here. Yeah, kind of that 60 area, I would think, at least somewhere in there. Possibly. I want to see the ES lose that 09 area. Pretty sure this thing will repaint that 65 area, but whether or not it continues beyond that's the question. I almost want to move my target down a little bit, but I don't want to be too greedy there. Maybe we'll move our target down to the 50. And we'll just trail the stop. ZS loses that 09 area, which looks like it might. And we should get a decent move down here. Don't want to trail the stop too tight, obviously, but probably can go to break even because we don't want this to, really don't want it to kind of pop back up. We want it to get through this 62 area strong. Might pop back up here though.
Stop field.
Yeah, probably trailed it a little too close there, but just kind of watching here to see if the ES holds that 09 area. It's the only thing that's worrisome. 250 coming. Yeah, Paul, you're probably right. You're probably right. If we can flip that 62 area, for sure we probably hit 50. 62 is kind of a battle area there. So we're kind of at support here. 62 and 09. Don't really love shorting into support. You know, if we're going to short, we probably should have been shorting somewhere up in here for this breakdown. Simple idea there. Created a little channel and then it just broke out of it. It's kind of the displacement we were looking for earlier that we never got. All right, let's see. It looks like it's losing it, so let's just kind of see what happens here. How's it going, Bad Juju? Long time no see. ES kind of losing that 09 area. I'm doing all right. Haven't been feeling the greatest lately, but we got a doctor's appointment, so we'll get it figured out. Just trying to look and see. I'm thinking about re-entering here, maybe for this to move down. It seems kind of goofy, but the ES can stay below that 08 area. Actually, we're not going to re-enter because that 07 area might kind of be a bounce area there. So make it a little more of a push down here, but hard to say. So-so's not good. I guess it's not good, not bad, huh? A few buyers coming in here. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. I think my blood pressure just kind of up. I checked it at Walmart the other day and it was kind of high. So that's what we think the problem is. Come on, let's get through that 62 area, push on down into the 50. Got a few buyers coming in here, but not a lot. The ES gets back above that 09 area. It's going to be a little bit worrisome. Kind of looking a little roundy here, like it might want to push back up. And just as we say that, starts to turn back down a little bit. See if the sellers come in here and give us a little push down further. ES trying to push down. See if we can get through that 08 level there. Might seem crazy, but we're going to try a little long here. It failed to break through that 62 area, so this might fake us out, but we're kind of at a support zone here. Might be a little quick to the party, but might be a little quick, but we'll see. You can see we kind of traded into premium area here, our discount. And then over here on the 3-minute chart, it looks, you know, this pullback is kind of right in an area where we could just turn back up. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I might be front running it a little bit, but see if we get a push back up here. Quick push up. Clear that 74 area. I'd feel a little better about it. Take out our first take profit there. Coming in strong so far. See if we can continue to push. See if we can continue to push here. Should get through that 74 area here now in just a moment. Should have the power to do that. Come on. Let's get through there, get the first contract out of the way. Get that first take profit going. Little trouble here. Trying to get through there. ES having trouble getting above that 10 area, as you can see. That's not the look. Well, we knew we might be front running it a little bit. And probably going to pay the price here. Just going to leave our stop right where it is and see what happens. Maybe we can still hold that area. If not, if it loses the 62s, then we know we're just offsides, right? Stopped out there. That's what happens when you kind of fight the trend. Sometimes you get burned. I probably should have my stop a little bit lower now looking at it. There is a low-to-low trend line there that, you know, if you drew, I really didn't see that until after we were stopped. But this is going to kind of be crude. So I didn't put this in the right spot. Oh, so yeah, it would have been something like that. I guess that was in a decent spot. I know 62 support there though. It's the only thing. Bounced right off 62. So probably should add it just a little lower than 62. A little bit lower. Yeah, well, I've not had the greatest of entries tonight, and I've kind of, you know, tried to be a little bit aggressive on some of these entries, and it hasn't worked. A little bit aggressive. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. It looks like it's going to one-tick me. Going to take me out and then head right to my target. As you do. I thought I had my stop in a spot where it might not do that. I guess I should have been. I probably should have been at 61 now that I look at it for the low of that. Kind of a little swing low there. It's fine. Oh, you're at break even? Yeah. Nothing wrong with being at break even. Nothing wrong with being at break even, Samir. It's fine. Also kind of a clear channel down here. Definitely looking weaker than stronger, right? Looking a little bit weaker. Kind of found some support there at the 62. Probably gonna, I may take a short here. Gonna just take less profits. Just kind of watching here. May switch over to just like kind of 5 handles at a time. Kind of got in a little late on that one. Oops. This will probably be the last trade for me, guys. I'm sleepy. Got to be up at 6:45 to take the kids to school. So, there you go. Also not seeing it that well, so if you're not seeing it that well, sometimes best just to walk away. Don't want to dig a hole too deep, right? If you guys haven't already, hit that like button for me, subscribe. If you're not yet subscribed, feel free to chat down below. We do stream 5 days a week, 3 a.m. Eastern for the London session, 9:30 Eastern for the New York. I'll probably stream at 8:30 tomorrow morning for the, or this morning, for the CPI numbers. We'll see. If you're interested in trading futures, Apex does have the 90% off. Yeah, I'll be back for the New York for sure. Apex has 90% off through tonight at midnight. And Apex has 90% off. Bulanox also has 90% off. Yeah, not loving that. Let's take that off. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, guys. Like I said, I'm not really seeing the market all that clear. So, need to go to sleep. But I'll be back for the New York session. I appreciate you guys watching. And we will see you guys then. Enjoy your night, morning, whatever it is for you.